nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The tackle by Andrew Van Ginkel. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Able to get this to Gordon. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
4-yard line.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed, no good, way wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7. Broncos nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw, Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's second down.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Kaepernick now to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here comes Grant on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Breida. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Tua. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On first down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and
the line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good.
He's good.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is Jakeem Grant. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And the Dolphin first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From midfield, here's Tua. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down, Dolphins.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, Tua able to find Shaheem here. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
1-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The pass there complete to Sutton. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
By the Dolphins.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Kaepernick to throw again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Dolphins 26, Broncos nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kaepernick. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Kaepernick again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Kaepernick now on first down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, the 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Formation for the Dolphins.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
At their own
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down.
Tua going to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run again with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Tua on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Another run with Gaskin. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Carrier.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
You know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 of the 20.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And now it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there.